Hey guys, welcome to Agent Advice. I'm Fallon Scurry, Editor and Research Director, and I'm here to help you make the best decision on your Florida real estate course. Agent Advice has spent hundreds of hours putting together a deep dive on the best real estate schools in Florida and helped over 100,000 agents make a real estate school decision. And today, I hope I'm able to help you too. We're going to take a look at the CE Shop Florida real estate course. In order to get the best deal possible on your course, you're going to want to go through Agent Advice. In addition to getting the best deal possible, you can also use our tuition reimbursement program for the CE Shop. So that's just going to help you potentially get your entire course for free because the entire cost is eligible for a full refund. If you want to learn more about that, you just stay on this page and you're going to navigate to the eligible course providers and you can learn more about our tuition reimbursement program. All right, taking a look at the different packages that the CE Shop offers, I highly recommend the value package. So any of these 4 packages are going to get you what you need to pass the exam, but I recommend this one because it just gives you some extra tools in there that I found really beneficial. So for example, it gives you an extra exam prep in addition to building business courses, which is just going to help you get your real estate career off the ground once you've completed this course. Okay, let's take a look at the course itself. Before we dive into the sections, I do just want to go over a couple of the facts about the CE Shop. So first off, for this course, it's easily accessible through tablet or phone, so that's great if you want to study on the go. CE Shop has an 88% pass rate. That's really great in comparison to a lot of schools that are 70% or lower. That's something that you definitely want to check into anytime you're picking a course. That's just going to help you know your odds of passing this on the first try. So definitely something that you want to make sure you pay attention to. The Florida real estate course is 63 hours, but you get 6 months from the date of purchase with the CE Shop for Florida to complete this with a 1-month extension at no charge if you need it. So that's ample time to get this done. For their support, they offer it 7 days a week. They do offer it through email, live chat, and phone, which is great. Only downside is you may have to take up to 2 days to get a response on certain things since there's not a live instructor responding. But other than that, it's great, and I love that it was available 7 days a week. They do also offer a 30-day refund period, some from the date of purchase, as long as you haven't completed 50% or more of the course. So that's nice that you have that option. Okay, let's take a look at this dashboard page now that we've went over all of that. So up here you have course progress. This is going to show you how far along you are with your course content. I thought that was a great tool to just help keep me on track, sort of set my own goals of where I wanted to be each week. To help keep you task oriented with this. It also shows you your time in the course, which is nice, especially if you think that you're studying more than you actually are. It keeps you honest. Okay, let's take a look at these bookmarked resources down here. Before I go over the resources, I do just want to explain how their sections work so that this makes more sense. So it goes section, unit, and then lessons. So their resources are going to be broken down in the same way. You're going to get a list of all the resources on the right side for that particular unit, and then it'll parse out the resources per lesson as well. And then you can bookmark them like I did over here so that you can come back to anything that you want to view later, whether it was something that you didn't really understand or something you just know is important and you want to review it before you take the test. So just to give you an example, there's different kinds. So there's a link, which is like this, where it says apply online for a Florida license. It's going to take you to that page and help you and send you directly there, which I found very helpful. The other resources are going to open up like this. You have the option to open in a new tab or download and print. And then it's just going to be some of the information that you wanted to keep track of over here. All right. Now that we went over those two, let's take a look up here. So they also offer a career builder. This is just going to give you some additional resources as you try to build out your real estate career. It gives you some tips and different things that you need to do to really stay ahead of the curve in real estate. It also offers you a glossary. This is pretty standard, but very nice to have. Okay, let's come down here and let's take a look at how these sections are broken up. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the course orientation. You have to take this one to progress within their course. I really liked it because it gave me an overview of everything that I was going to be doing in the course and the tools and how to use them. So I wasn't confused, and I also wasn't missing out on anything that was going to be helpful. If you go in within a unit so that you can see what this looks like, there's going to be different lessons. And within each lesson, there's going to be different activities, which is really helpful to break up the monotony of just reading. I will say the course is a little text heavy, but they do offer different activities, like I mentioned, throughout to help break it up. And some people learn better that way. I just personally would maybe like to listen to it a little bit more or break up the different ways that I would be learning within the lessons. But let's take a look at these activities that they do offer that help break up the content and help you retain that information. The first things that they use to break up the content is going to be videos. These are just going to be a deep dive on something that they found important, and they're a great little breather from just reading the text. Another activity option that they have is something like this, where they're just going to have an answer to each question, multiple questions in here. So like this one's a who's who in this scenario, and you match the terms. One of the activities that I find very beneficial from a learning perspective is one like this, where you have to pick the scenario. It isn't my favorite just personally because you have to read more, but I do appreciate that it helps me really pay attention and retain that information because I have to dive into it and not just answer yes or no. This is going to be my favorite activity because it reminded me of like a real estate Mad Lib, because you're going to take this phrase and put it in this paragraph, just like those fun Mad Libs you used to do as a kid. I thought it was a fun way to learn, and it was a great way to retain the content as well. This is going to be another example of an activity where you're just going to answer the question like a quick quiz. But I did like that it offered you the option of your two answers or both. That's something that always tripped me up on tests growing up because I second guessed myself, but it's a great way to really make sure you know that information. This activity is going to be another quiz type setup that they have. They do quite a few of these. The difference in this one is that it's going to be a select all that apply, which I appreciate from a learning perspective because you really have to know everything about each of these terms. They trip me up growing up like the others, but they're a great way to learn. At the end of some of the units, you're going to have these study tools that are going to give you some little quick options to quiz yourself. This is an example that they used where they worked with Quizlet. It's just flashcards. I liked that you were saving a tree. You didn't have to write them yourself, so it's on your computer. And you're just going to quickly quiz yourself with these. And I really thought it was a great way to make sure that I retained the information in short spurts as I was going. And now that we've looked at all of these fun activities and the sections, I want to give you a little sneak peek of the unit exam and the final exam. So the unit exam is going to be short. This one's 6. Some of them are 10 questions. You're just going to answer the question and submit it. You do have to get a 70% or higher to pass it, but you can take it as many times as you need. Now, the final exam is going to be very similar to the unit exam. The difference is that it's going to be longer, as you can see. It is also going to show you the time remaining that you have so that you get adjusted to finishing this within the allotted amount of time that the real exam will be. This is also 70% or higher to pass, but you can take it as many times as you need. All right, that's my overview of the CE Shop Florida Real Estate course. I would highly recommend it. I thought they did a really good job of sprinkling in activity throughout to keep you engaged. They had some good study tools. Like I mentioned, it was a little text heavy for me personally, but some people prefer to learn that way. And they do offer everything that you need to complete your course and pass that exam. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks.